Now, this process of individual adding the documents into the library will probably work best for a relatively small amount of the documents. But if you are dealing with a huge amount of the documents and the big libraries, you will probably want to use this batch importing process. There are two ways of invoking this process. One is clicking on the maintenance page of the ribbon here and choosing the import documents button, or you can right click on selected folder where you want to import your documents and choose import to folder menu item. This second option is probably better in this case, since it automatically fills this to document folder combo box. First thing we have to do, of course, is to choose the folder we want to import it from. In this case, it is going to be this samples folder that I already pre-prepared. And in this case, we don't want to check if the document exists, since this is almost empty library. We want to create this folder structure, and we want to recurse the subfolders. And two warnings here. If we decide to choose the generate thumbnails, and if we try to extract ISBNs from the ebooks that we are importing, it will of course slow down the import process. There is yet another possibility here. We can specify some common properties for the documents that we are importing. In this particular case, the only common property is that the language of the documents is English. Once we are satisfied with the settings, we will simply say import, and in this case, after few moments, the documents, or the in this particular case books, will be imported into the library. The books that we are importing now are actually not complete books. Those are just sample chapters that you can freely find on the internet from the publishers like Informit, A-Press, or Mid-Press. So once this process is done, you will get this nice message on the screen. You click on the OK, and you will see that we have actually in this folders tree view the same structure like we have in our samples folder that we imported here. So as I told you before, for the PDFs, Dotument will automatically generate the thumbnails, and this we can see if we click on the cards view here. So those are actually first pages of the PDF documents that we have imported here. In some cases we have real covers, in some cases not, but if our documents that we have imported have the proper ISBNs stored inside, and this we can see if we click on the edit and check in the reference code, so this is actually ISBN, we can use this cool feature of the document, this document providers importing, and gather all this information that we can get from the internet about, in this particular case, books that we have imported. So we are going to click on the maintenance here, and we are going to choose import document descriptions, which opens yet another form. We are going to say here that we do not want to preserve any existing values, since this was just a pure import procedure. We are going to import those properties with a single button click, and depending upon the library that this process is running against, this might take some time. Alright, so once this process is over, you will get this short overview of what has been done. So we can see that 24 titles are imported using the ISBN search. 3 documents could not be found, and this altogether took 29 seconds. We click on the OK button, and we can see now that we finally have all those nice front covers of the books that we have imported here. And we can also take a look at the descriptions. Descriptions are here along with the URL, in this case on the Amazon, publisher, authors, publishing date, etc., etc., along of course with this nice thumbnail. We will close it, and then we can also use this eye-catchy bookshelf view to take a look at our new imported documents. Another importing method that we can use is dragging and dropping the files from the Windows Explorer directly into our document. So this is what we are going to do now. We are going to import some MSDN magazines that we download directly from the Microsoft website, completely free. So drag and drop this magazines folder onto our documents folder. This is what we can already spot here. We are going to uncheck some of those checkboxes, ISBN extraction is what we don't need at the moment, since we are dealing with the magazines. We click on the import button and we have to wait a couple of minutes until this process is over. So once this is over, we can go and browse our documents. We can switch now to the grid view and click here, so we can see actually that we have some 89 magazines. Sometimes it is better to reorganize a little bit the structure that we have here, so we are going to create some subfolders here. So for the year 2010, for the year 2009, and so on. This will be fine for the moment. So we are going to filter first the magazines here according to the title here. So we are going to say that we want to see only the documents with the title that is like. We are going to use this asterisk sign here, 2010. There are only 2 magazines if you want to. Yes, we are going to select them and drag and drop them on this folder here, and then we are also going to filter it for the year 2009. So yes, we have 12 issues here, and we are going to drag and drop it here. So we can terminate this filter now, and this shows actually better organization of our magazines. Now, even though browsing through the folders helps finding some documents, sometimes it is of course better to use this built-in search functionality. So you can either search here in the quick search box, or you can click on the advanced search, and this is what we're going to do now in order to show you how to perform the full text search. So since we are dealing actually with this MSDN magazine, let's try to find the magazines where C# appears. We can search for the C#, and then we can see that it actually appears in 81 issues of these magazines. Now let's say that we want to look for the C# term, but we want to exclude the ones where SQL appears. So we are going to type in -SQL, just like you're doing in the Google, and we say search. So we can see that actually this criteria satisfies only this magazine from the June 2008